Hi, I'm Bert Miller,
Hi, I'm Hans Gunther.
and we're here to tell you the story about how Rent to Reward came to be and what benefits it has for you. Uh, Basically, this story started back when I was a young lad, and I was riding around with my father. And my father was driving down a road in the town that he lived in and said, "You see all that land over there?" And he says, "Yeah." I answered, and he said, "I could have bought all that land for $7 an acre." And I said, "Really?" I said, "Well, what's that land worth today?" He says, "About $1,000 an acre." He says, "If I had it to do over again," he says, "I'd go to the bank, I'd borrow as much money as they would give me, I would spend that on real estate, and I would go back and ask and beg and borrow as much money as they would give me again." My father didn't realize it at the time, but he had set one of the foundations in my beliefs and the business that I wanted to do, and that was real estate. I've loved it since a young kid, and I still love it today. Bought my first house in 1987, a little two-bedroom duplex, and old duplex. It cash flowed, made me money, and I was hooked. Proceeded with my real estate career, got a real estate license in 1992, or that's 1991. Started selling real estate. Hans was one of my first clients. He came along, bought several pieces of property from me, and decided that he couldn't do anymore. And he was in the corporate world, and he'll tell you a little bit of that side of the story. And we decided that there was a need, and we became a brokerage, real estate brokerage, named Hometown Realty. And that was formed in 1997. Since that point in time, we have clients now in Australia, Singapore, India, many parts of the United States, and many parts of the rest of the world. Because of this need, we furnish services to those areas. Since that point in time, to better serve our clientele, we have changed our name to Rent to Reward. And by changing our name to Rent to Reward, we did this so we could bring in all the aspects of property acquisition, property finance, property management. So the foreign investor and the non-local investor would have opportunities and the ability to go to our expertise that they would not have on their own. So they can realize their rent to reward. Hans, why don't you tell them how we got started?
Well, my direction into real estate was a little different than Bert's. I grew up in the corporate world. I came out of the military, got my degrees, and was in the corporate world, and was relocated to Memphis, Tennessee, from the New York metro area. Got a little tired of getting a 3% raise, saying I was capped out. So investigated the numbers, got comfortable, and said, "Hey, this is some good stuff here." Actually, got hooked on for my own personal property. It doubled in price in New Jersey in 2 years, so I got hooked there and got a taste of it. Came back to Memphis, started looking at the numbers, cash flowing. It was awesome. So I started buying some property. That's how I met Bert. Bert did an auction, didn't buy anything for Bert the first time, but the chemistry was there. It was something different about Bert than the other real estate agents. Most real estate agents are one and done. Well, Bert had a different philosophy. He did more like mine. He was more investor. He had his own houses. He knew where the investor was coming from. I was an investor. And then lo and behold, I'm buying all these houses, and I have all these properties. I said, "Hey, Bert, I can't do anymore. I'm maxed out in terms of being an executive at a Fortune 500 company versus doing this on the side." So we partnered up, and there's been no looking back ever since. It's been awesome. It's been one heck of a ride. Back to the corporate world, one day I walked in, and guess what? They said, "Hans, here are your papers. You've been with the company for 13 years, and basically you're a good guy, but we're going to downsize you. Here's your severance package. Have a good life." If I didn't have this in place, I don't know what I would have done. So Bert and I went into this full time, and it just blossomed from there. It's been an awesome experience, an awesome ride. hindsight being 20/20, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So I came more from the corporate side, and it's been a blessing, and do it again in a heartbeat. Life is great. You're more in control. I'm an investor. I'm more worried about how my property, which I can control, or I can control via my management company, how they've done it. I can't control the stock market. I can't control the money market funds. I can't control real estate. And you as an investor can control this too. You get yield, and that's what you get. It's not up and down. It's not worried about who's scamming who on Wall Street. It's you're in control. You take control. That's how I got there. We find properties here in Memphis. We're great at acquiring property, which an investor can invest in and get a good cash flow. It's one of the best in the country. Wall Street Journal indicated Memphis is one of the best places to be. It's a great place to invest. The cash flow is real. The entry price is not prohibitive as it is in other larger states like California, New York. It's very cost prohibitive. Here in Memphis, lower cost, higher rents. It's a great success story. Keeps going.
Hans is one of the success stories, and it's really the reason that we decided to do Rent to Reward. Some of the other benefits that we have for you, especially if you're not in the country, we can help you set up your LLCs, we can help you set up your checking accounts, we can do all the management from here. All you have to do is let us handle the headaches, and you sit back and collect your checks and pay off your property. This is what we can do at Rent to Reward. Give us a call, check us out online, www.rentreward.com. Thank you.